Welcome back, YouTube. Eclipse Wolf here, and today we are starting Legend of Dragoon. So I'm repurposing Wednesdays, and Saturdays to be classic gaming or retro games, both in this case. So, this is mainly just because 3 furry ideas a week is kind of draining the ideas I'm able to come up with for good content, and I don't necessarily feel like it's a good idea to keep pursuing that if it's gonna cause a struggle later on. So I'd rather just limit down that to Fridays for at least one of the furry contents. I may do one on occasion if it happens to line up, but I'm not going to continue doing that just because just finding the time to be able to go do things that are interesting and coming up with those ideas is really taxing.
Put her in custody.
That's the main reason I'm gonna go do that. So hopefully you guys enjoy this series. I know my gaming content isn't as popular as some of the furry stuff, and that's to be expected. But I've been wanting to play this game again, and what better way to go ahead and just make a playthrough of it. I'm gonna try to do a great majority of the things the game has to offer, because honestly, Legend of Dragoon is a great game and very underappreciated in my opinion. For those of you who don't know, it's a RPG similar to Final Fantasy VIII with the combat, where you kind of have the action commands during your attack to where you can time it up and do a lot better. And yeah, this looks, trust me, the screen isn't broke or anything. That's just how the PlayStation game loads up. So don't hate me. The green tusked dragon, Fairbrand. So, but yeah, to continue on, Chapter 1. Serdian War. But yeah, continuing on, I love this game to death, and it's always been one of my go-to games if I'm feeling nostalgic or wanting to play for a RPG. Now, it is obviously dated being a PS1 game, but hopefully for some of you gamers that are watching, that the retro appeal will be good. This is also a good time to say, if you're watching, always shoot me ideas of games you'd like to see. I'm more than happy to make it possible to play any of the games or make a time slot for them, obviously when I have the time and ability to get it. Who are you? Are you a mercenary of Basil? Answer. What are you doing? Are you drawing a sword against us? What is that? Bap bap. Ah! Gotta do something or I'll be killed. Dodge, dodge. So this is just a cutscene. Automatically scrolling. You don't get to do anything during this part yet. We don't get to do anything until the next transition or so. Starts out as Dart's here as the protagonist. What a monster. He's going back to his hometown and encounters a dragon. And gets saved by this mysterious stranger that we'll figure out the name later. Who are you? Shh. If you don't want to die. So this dragon's pretty dumb. It shakes the mountain a little bit and just kind of runs away. Thank you for saving me. What the heck was that? It's a dragon. Dragon? But it's strange. That village could be easily destroyed without a dragon. The village? You talking about Salies? Or Cells? Some of these names are weird, so don't hate me for that. Then those soldiers were. There won't be anything left by now. Cells is my village. Dart runs off. Oh my god. That man must be. No. There's no way. So, most of this run is going to be highly unedited. I may do a little bit of grind off screen or cut out grinding during some of it and just let you know. But because there are certain things that you have to do that make the game easier, but I don't want to bore you with the little details with an already long playthrough. This game has 4 discs. And each are pretty already long already. A few hours at that least. So we'll see how long it goes. Where's everybody? Alright, so we finally got control. Can hop over. And you didn't get enough killing. It may be enough if I kill you. Oh, a mercenary. Isn't it a little late for you to show up? Shut up. What are you doing here? Can't you see? We're gonna occupy this area, and these worms were in our way. Occupy? Were you sent by the Imperial Army? Even if we were, it's none of your business. You're gonna die soon. And time for combat. One of my most favorite parts of this game is the combat. I love the involved combat, but let's see if there's going to be any delay. So, as you see, you get a little ring here, and your goal is just to time it up so that you get the extra attack, or the addition is what it's called in this game. Some healing potions, and some little bit of XP. So you just murder them. Are you really Dart? Yes, it's me. Why is Cells under attack? War. Imperius and Dora attacked us. What about the truce? Yeah, suddenly, I didn't imagine they could come to such an outlying area. If only I had come back sooner. There's something you have to do. Shauna. Rescue Shauna. Only you can. What about Shauna? Hey, wait. Old man, don't leave me. Burnout. So these little points here are save points. You'll see them scattered throughout, and they're the only place you can save. And being that this is an old game, if you die, you get sent back to your last save. So you'll be seeing me save quite a lot. Close. Hang on. That voice. Is that you? Dot. This way. It's just a light wound. I guess I was lucky. But look at this village. If only you came back earlier. But no shit. It's about Shauna too. What's wrong with Shauna? She was taken away. It seems Shauna was the primary purpose. Do you know where they went? I don't know. Besting a private is no reason to be confident. Where did you take Shauna? Shauna? Don't worry about her. She must be receiving the courtesies of Helena Prison. Helena? Surprised, huh? We specifically invited only that woman. You must be kidding. You attacked the village only to kidnap Shauna? Exactly. But don't worry. I will let you follow them, although not to Helena. To hell. Bum 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 bum. Stab. Of course, they're gonna be doing everything they can. If you attack one of the guys, the other one just runs away. It's pretty funny. Stab, stab.
Double slash.
Guy takes about 2 or 3 hits. Maybe 4. I forget. But I know you get more hits on him than he gets on you. Just because of your speed.
Double slash.
Stab, stab.
Double slash.
So, the way additions work in this one is essentially the more you successfully do it, the more it levels up and becomes either more powerful, giving you different bonuses, or unlocking new ones. So as you see, I just got a new addition, which I probably will end up switching to. But there is a bit of a caveat. Dart, you really are going to rescue Shauna, aren't you? But yeah, the caveat is, in order to get a lot of the later editions, you need to max out each one, and doing that requires a little bit of grinding, which, as I said, I'll probably be doing off screen. I won't stop you, but be careful. Your journey is not yet over. No, you can count on us about seals. There should be enough people who can still move. Thank you. When I settle everything, I'll be back. With Shannon. Alrighty. I believe there's... There we go. So I do have a guide for those specifically open, just because there's things later on that Stardust will be used for, and it's almost imperative to collect, especially for a side mission. You can always come back and get them, so they're never missable, but that requires a lot of backtracking, and it's easier just to get them as they come through. Helena Prison. This is Shauna. Helena, be good in there. As she sobs. Who the heck is this girl? You can tell me. The world's future rests on her. That's it? This is enough information for you. Those of you who do not grasp the value should just do what the order says. I'm not taking orders. Only His Majesty's Dole can order me. Anyway, you must remember this. If you make a scratch on her, it'll cost more than your head. This is a message from Emperor Dole. South of Serville. Enter. Not sure how long I'm gonna let these episodes run, because since it's an RPG, it's easier to kind of just let it go. As I already said, they're gonna be highly unedited. There's gonna be very little that's done about this. Just attach the intro, outro. That's about it. Unless I like wipe and have to cut something out, but that won't be really likely until the later sections. I don't have much money, but yeah, I'll get one more. I usually don't use the healing potions, but no thanks. Pretty much just a tutorial there. Just gonna heal up for later. Healing potion. Charm potion. And encounter. So the way encounters work in this one is you'll see the little arrow above my head. When it goes red, it means I'm in close to being an encounter. So one's likely to come through.
Yes. Double flash. Yes. Double flash.
Do 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 do. Little bit of XP there, which I will definitely be using to my advantage. Well, before I forget, I'm gonna go ahead and actually set my edition. From here in the menu, you can actually see what each one is. So level is the current level of the edition. The ADD section is how many sequences are in that attack, and SP is not really relevant until later. It's how much SP you recover per basic attack, and then the damage percentage is the increase in damage, and then obviously next level is how many additions into the next. It goes like 20, 40, 60, and then 80. Maxes out 99, but you only need to get to 80 uses to max it out to actually unlock the final slot. So in order to get the final edition, for every single character at least, you need to max out their different attacks, which some are very, very hard and some are very, very easy. Generally, this is something you want to do, or that's recommended, because the 7th edition does generally the most damage and recovers the most SP, but it is also the consequence of also being really, really, really hard to actually hit. But enough of that. You'll see as that goes on. And as I said, I really hope you guys enjoy this series. It's not really necessarily furry related, but it has dragons in it, so bit of a stretch. Plus, games don't need to be furry related for me to play them. I'm just it's nice to have that relation to them if I can help it, just so you guys are a little more interested in it. I'm just collecting these crates here. There's really nothing I need, but nice to have. Forget. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna let this encounter play because I want to level up. I love the battle soundtrack in this game. It's Definitely one of the better. And as you see, Volcano has 3 additions to it, as indicated. And you may actually see a little bit of a twist. That, when I had to press circle, was an enemy trying to counterattack during my addition. So, you gotta be careful of that. It doesn't always happen, and it can happen on just about any slot. But that's the takeaway from the harder additions, is you're more susceptible to failure. So you may not get as much damage out, or you could get damaged yourself during your own turn. So you really got to play to your own advantage. If you find yourself failing an addition a lot more, it may be better to use something else or practice with it. I'm generally pretty decent at most of the additions at this point, but there probably will be a few where I have to get accustomed to the flow in order to actually get it successful. I have no time to deal with you. Get out of here. This reminds me. Way. This way, this way. Eek. Cut it out. Leave Shauna alone. Leave Shauna alone. Hang in there. I'll get you out from there. So you might be wondering the relation between the two. So Darts thinks of Shauna as his little sister and protects her as such, looks out for her, always has. And Shauna doesn't want to be treated like that. She sees him more as a future boyfriend or a husband, which you'll get to see teased at. Do 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 do. So for some of you RPG fans out there who haven't played this, you can definitely see why I'd probably compare it to Final Fantasy VIII or so, just because it pretty much was a competitor to Final Fantasy. And Final Fantasy VIII is probably the closest attack system that most of the RPGs had, because you could do the little extra attack. Similar to Paper Mario, or any of those games where just pressing the button at the right time gives you an extra bonus. It makes the combat more engaging to me than just, you know, basic attack and throw a magic spell. Yeah, those are giving pitiful XP now. So there's pretty much a few ways to approach this next section. I'm just going to go guns blazing and take out all the guards just for XP, because I'd rather be over-leveled than under-leveled at most parts. And honestly, it's easier to do that as you go than to do it later on when you're behind. Blind carriage driver. Now in this area, there is no random encounters, but the icon is red because you're on alert. Blind guard. Lower the bridge. Now. Do, 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 do. So there really is no skipping through things like this. You can't really skip. I made it. Yeah, alrighty. Gonna save here real quick. Let's see how we're doing on time. 30 minutes so far. I think I'll go another 30 or so. I think probably make these an hour to an hour and a half. Or, yeah, hour to hour and a half. Just because I think 30 minutes would be a little bit too short and would make the series just kind of drag on. So, and this fight is intentional. You have to actually fight them this way because the only way to proceed is through that way, which the merchant just automatically triggers the fight. Volcano! Also, this game was made during a weird time where only certain cutscene and actions were voice acted. The rest of it's pretty silent, so I find that kind of funny. Like, there are plenty of other games that were voice acted at the time, but for this game, only during certain cutscenes do you actually hear some of the voices of the characters. Help me! I'm just a delivery man. Be quiet. I'm not gonna kill you. Oh. Okay. I won't make a noise. So yeah, you can actually buy stuff from them now. I'm gonna go ahead and use a healing potion. Also, I'm pretty sure this game would be impossible if you didn't use any of the healing potions. But yeah, I'm gonna pretty much just run into these guys purposefully and use them for level ups. Because that's what they're good for. And as I said, the additions need to be used, and this is a really good place to kind of farm them early on. You won't really see me using those items too terribly much, unless it's almost required. There are certain bosses where you have to use items or you're just in for a rough time. That pitiful XP. Do 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 do. Alright, let me see if I remember where to go. Don't think I go this way, because this way is out of order. Out of service. Don't even think about it. Yeah. Only thing that happens if you use that is it goes up halfway and then just falls back down. There's really no point into it. It is kind of funny. Hey, guy, attack me. But yeah, if you made it this far, I do appreciate you guys watching. I don't expect this to be on a lot of people's radar of watching all the way through, but hopefully you can just put it on as some background noise. Get some entertainment out of it at least. Maybe even get you interested in playing the game. It's a really good oldie to go through. Volcano! You'll be hearing that a lot. Or at least those additions. Till we unlock some of the later ones. Do 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 do. Attack me. So yeah, you can literally stealth to this part and not fight a single soul. But where's the fun of that? RPG is all about the combat. It's not a stealth game, it's not Metal Gear Solid. And he'll probably throw an item at me. The early on isn't as entertaining, but once we get a little bit past the prologue, it gets a lot better on. Especially when you get the Dragoon powers. Those can be really nice addition to the game. You'll get to see what those are later on if you haven't now. For those that you do, I won't bother explaining. Bastard. He actually got the attack before me. Should actually explain the command deck here. Attack is obviously attack. Guard, you defend, so you take half your damage that you would. Items, obviously, use them, and then run away. I don't know how clearly you guys can see the lining up of the ability, but it's honestly not hard to time it. It's kind of just instinctive. It's also pretty forgiving. As long as you're within the frame or so of it going big or small, it'll give it to you. Let's see. Okay. For those of you watching, I am actually playing this on the PS3. I have the original content, or the original game. I have both the actual physical discs and the digital, but my physical disc uh, the fourth disc and third disc were so bad because way long ago when I actually bought them, they were pretty beat up because it was used. You know how people treated their games back then and still treat them. Yeah, unfortunately the discs are pretty much shot, so only way I can play it is digitally at this point. But I do have the original case. Frickin' thing's a monster. Back when PlayStation games came in those big square case or small square cases, and the multi-platform ones had the big ass splits in them for the 4 different discs, or 2 or 3 depending on the game. Save in game. Pretty sure I have to go in here first if I remember. Hey, come attack me. Yeah. Feel free to skip through this portion. A lot of this is just going to be the same single fight over and over again until we get to a little bit ahead. But otherwise, be free just to listen to me talk. Which, surprisingly, I can do a little bit better in this game just because it's not something I have to absolutely pay attention to. I can just let my mind wander off to the side or off to what I'm doing on my phone or computer while it loads. About to level up. So exciting. Bum 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 bum. 50 gold. I like how they just frickin'... You can actually run away from them even if you get spotted like that. Because their chase speed is about the same as your run speed. So you can easily get away and not have to fight them. You can literally just chase them around a circle. One thing I would love if they ever remastered this game, I would love if they added a counterattack for yourself. Like, it would be nice if you could time it up or something so that you could counterattack the enemy and kind of give it a little more skill, because there are some times where you just get absolutely decimated because the enemy can attack you with a powerful basic or a powerful magic, and you just only at the discretion of your equipment. Like, usually equipment in games is something you can just kind of disregard, but if you don't have the absolutely best equipment, some boss fights can be almost hell on earth. Oh, hey, Volcano finally leveled up enough to be more damaging. That's the other thing that happens when it levels up. It upgrades those stats that I showed you. So that's why, as I said, it's important to kind of grind those out early, because if you don't, you can get screwed. I forget, was there anything here? Okay, no. Alright. Back up to the exit and taking the little catapult. Or cat lift up. In here. Move quicker. So here, you're about to meet one of our next main characters, and one of my favorites. You really believe you can live comfortably in jail? The head one, Frugal, will feed you to the monster. Feed us to the monster? I won't let you humiliate us anymore. Oh, feisty, feisty. Is it the worst kind of pal, but the best kind of feed? You want to kill me? Kill me now. I won't let him. Sir Lavitz! You bastard. You broke out of jail? Silly guy, you think you can escape from here alone? I'll take care of this survive and go back to Indel's castle alive. Tell King Albert. Slam. Like how that guy just body checks him. Stab. Slash. Who are you? I'm Dart. I'm not your enemy. I am Lavitz Lambert. I'm the head of the first knighthood of... Yep. Yep. Give me a second, guys. Alright, and we're back. I'm the head of the first knighthood of the Kingdom of Basil. Well, seems we don't have time for introductions. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. The Elgato I used to record cut out. Don't know if I just accidentally nudged the cord and it unplugged, or if something with the PlayStation messed up. Thankfully, that's all it was. So now Lavitz is in our party.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
And thankfully, because of all the fighting I did, I can one-shot them.
Harpoon. Yes. Go.
Volcano! Let Lavitz finish up this guy here once he gets undone. So, as you can see, Lavitz is a little bit of a tank. That's at least his specialty. Don't kill me if I'm pronouncing his name wrong either. To me it looks like Lavitz, but it could be Levitz or Levitz or some other kind of pronunciation. But I've always called him Lavitz, so I'm sticking with that. I will carry out your wish. You said Dart. I can imagine there's someone who intentionally comes to Helena. What are you up to? I'm here to rescue someone important to me. You know anything about her? Her name is Shauna. I'm sorry, but I'll look elsewhere. Wait! I'll go with you. Thought you had to go back to the castle as soon as possible. She's important, this girl you're looking for. It's my problem. It was my fault. I don't know what brought you here to Helena, but it's not that easy to go through alone. That goes for me too. But I cannot break out from here. But I can break out here from here, together with you. Of course, with the girl. How come you trust me? We've just met. The raid you made was quite impressive. I trusted you to guard my back. That's the way I think. Alright, let's go together. And in classic PS1 fashion, the guys fade into you. They don't trail behind. Do, do, do. There's some extra stuff in one of these rooms, but I don't know if it's worth it. Sparknet. Yeah, just useless items I'm never gonna use. Do, 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 do. And as you go out here, the other people arrive. Well, he is an easy kill.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
Oh yeah, I know what I forgot to do. And let me check here. Armed. Okay, the leather armor was for Shauna later. Bum, 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 bum. Gotta love how blind the people are here. Key to Shauna's cell. It's specifically for her cell. You know, it can't be any other Dusty Oak key. Nope, it's specifically for that cell. Bum 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 bum. And she should be right up ahead. You're from Basil. Let's get them before they make a noise. Yeah. Harpoon. Gotta hate that his damage is just small enough to not be a one-hit kill on him. Thankfully, Darts is. Darts will attack him.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
Whoever gets the final kill actually gets the little victory pose zoomed in on him. Just in case you were wondering. Who is it? That voice. Is that Shauna? It's me. Dart? Is that you? Dart? Yes, it's me. I'm here to rescue you. Hurry up. The guard is coming. Shauna. Dart. I'm here to rescue you. Dot dot dot. You haven't forgotten me, even though we haven't seen each other for 5 years. How could I forget? Show me your face. I haven't changed much. Yes, you have. You look much stronger. Much more than the Dart I knew. Hurry up! The guards are coming back. And you're gonna learn one thing really quick here. After this fight, you're gonna like. I love Shauna as a character, but she is never gonna be used after we get our next character. Ever. This is one thing, if they ever did a remake of this game, that I would hope they'd fix. Because she's an archer, she doesn't get any additions.
Yes.
Her attack
Go.
is pretty much guaranteed to never miss. But it's weak as hell, and it's so boring to use her because it's just there's nothing to do on her turn. It's literally just attack, do nothing. Oh, by the way, if you are still watching, the game is not over if Dart wipes. The game is only over if the whole party wipes. So, just in case you were wondering that. Are you hurt? I am fine. You can celebrate later. We are still deep in the belly of the enemy. Besides, it's too damp to have a party, isn't it? Let's go, Shauna. Follow me, okay? Dart, I'm 18 years old now. I can fight too. Shauna, she grew up. She was alone in such a hell-like place. If she was a regular woman, she wouldn't have been able to survive. Of course, there are not that many fools who would come here to save her. But the Shauna of my memory hasn't changed a bit. Let's talk about this after we get out of here. Do. Say that again. Well, the night from Basil broke out of jail. I'm sorry. I'm not talking about that rat. After that, the girl from Seals was taken by the red guy. What? What did you say? The girl was taken away by the guy in red armor. Ah. Bastard. Don't let them out of here alive. Wait, I almost forgot the most important thing. Don't kill the girl. It's an order from His Majesty Dole. Aye, aye, sir. Let's get fired up. The red one. I'll get you. Might as well dye everything else red with your blood. And it's time to make our way out of here. But you're about to see one of the reasons, as I said, why I dislike her. She's a great character, just not for combat. Boom. That's her attack. So exhilarating. Volcano! Alrighty. Let's go. If we go out this way. Down these weird ass things. And gonna go ahead and heal up real quick. And that's gonna go ahead and wrap up this first episode of Legend of Dragoon. As I said, hope you guys are enjoying this so far. As I said, I'm looking forward through playing this, and I hope you guys look forward to seeing it be played out. Till then, guys, Eclipse out. Have a good one.